You will walk into almost any classroom now in the school district and see a plethora of things that kids can have access to that opens the world to them. And so I'm proud of the work that our tech department and our teachers and our leaders have done to create that kind of environment for kids, regardless of who they are, what their parents are, where they happen to live. These are the kids who are going to save the world and are going to make it the exciting place. And we just want to create the opportunity for them to be able to use those kinds of technologies to demonstrate to us the passions that they have, the skills that they have, the understandings that they have, and the solutions that they have derived to the problems that we've put in front of them.
There's so much available to us in technology that can really enhance our creativity and build innovation so that kids can be growing all the time and challenging themselves.
The technology that we have is allowing us to kind of bring the world to the kids. So we can take them on a virtual field trip.
They can see penguins porpoising on the videos. We can get a picture of a frog's webbed foot and they can see how that works, and then we can connect that to the world and how that relates to what we're learning.
You know, the way that you showed how you understood something was typically just through one medium. And now we have the ability. I have students that are bringing in, oh, well, I actually did my presentation on this app, which I've never heard of before. And that's okay. He can show his understanding of the learning outcome, and he's done it in a creative way that makes sense for him.
For some children, they can get right up there and write right on the smart board. The other kids, I can put the words in, they can build the sentence and they can put the words in order, which it takes a lot of skill for them to do, but it's incredibly valuable educationally. And then for other kids, they can simply just record their voice and record their ideas. So everyone has the opportunity to share, even though they may not all be at the same level.
For example, they're working with vocabulary. I can record my voice instruction and they can go home and to listen to my instruction online. You can go on the website, find other students in that country that speak a bit of Italian, French, English, and you can interact by texting. That's a good thing about technology these days with languages. You can open the wall of your classroom, it's open to the universe.
In Spanish class, my teacher gave us this project and we were supposed to use the iPads. We would have to speak into the recording, so into the microphone on the iPad, and you go nice and clear so that she can understand it, and then you form your sentences properly. It's definitely easier for the teacher to see if they have a better understanding of Spanish and how that actually the language flows together. For me, I really love using technology in the school.
In my Social Studies 10 classroom, we've kind of engaged in this project-based learning or kind of inquiry-based learning. We studied the Industrial Revolution, and the question was, where do we have, for example, working conditions for children that are similar in today's world? Initially, they thought, oh, we have to do another, we have to research something or whatnot. There were so many students that were reluctant at first, and then as soon as they got online and kind of had that at their fingertips, they became very invested in finding out more and then really excited about presenting it out.
Being in and around computers for 3 years in high school has really pushed me, and it's gotten me into computers more so than it had before. Like if I didn't have these programs and I jumped into university and I didn't like it, that would be a waste. But since it has these 3 years that I can kind of get a taste for it, and now I know that I enjoy it, it's pushing me more into university and more into getting those jobs because I know I like it.
And one of my students has questions about everything. She's just been working on answering questions about robotics, about the human eye, and she's been using different kinds of technology at home and in our class, different kinds of apps to show her knowledge, just to put together projects that can really make learning about these kinds of subjects accessible to other kids, so they can share in that and be inspired by that as well.
I made this robot that flies using internet, and watching other people's slideshows that they made.
You can see that the technology in the world today is really emerging and changing quickly, and I don't think that's going away anytime soon. And I think that being able to use technology is going to be a key advantage to kids in the future in terms of careers and jobs. And the more comfortable kids are with technology today, the better they're going to be able to meet tomorrow.
I love using technology in classrooms.